Mystery plane in Kansas. In April of 2014, amateur photographer Jeff Templin captured a photo of a strange unidentified aircraft over Wichita, Kansas. Templin, who lives on a large patch of land, said he had recently bought a telephoto lens and was looking for fauna to photograph when he suddenly noticed the triangular aircraft. He described, quote, "I noticed this contrail and watched it. I noticed it was making some rather radical maneuvers. I took pictures because I could, but wasn't expecting anything to come of it. When I processed it, I realized it wasn't a typical commercial airliner or typical military plane. This was something different." The mysterious aircraft flew silently, making several S-turns around the city to quickly shed speed. This unidentified triangle went viral with Air Force connoisseurs as well as UFO crowds. The shape is reminiscent of the U.S. Navy's General Dynamics McDonnell Douglas A-12 Avenger II carrier-based bomber. This sort of triangular aircraft had been spotted before in other areas of the U.S., such as Texas. Still, Templin's photo was the clearest, which led some to believe it was fake. When contacted, officials at nearby McConnell Air Force Base refused to comment on the craft's identity or purpose. This kind of modern aircraft design is known for its low observable nature and aerodynamic efficiency. One specific mission where this sort of ability has been used is human-crewed tactical reconnaissance sorties. Because of this, it's widely theorized that this mysterious aircraft is a TR-3A Black Manta, an aircraft rumored to be part of the secret Advanced Stealth Tactical Reconnaissance Aircraft Team. But nothing has been confirmed as of 2020, and the triangle-shaped vehicle has been spotted more times since 2014. Stockholm foreign vessel. In October of 2014, the Swedish military released this photographic evidence of a mysterious foreign vessel off the coast of Stockholm. It was one of 3 sightings that the military stated were credible reports. In a public statement, Sweden's top military official, General Sverker Göransson, commented, quote, "Swedish territory has been seriously and unacceptably violated by a foreign power. The gravity of this is obvious." According to Rear Admiral Anders Grinstad from the Royal Swedish Navy, they believed that, quote, "It could be a submarine. It could be a diver using a moped-like underwater vehicle, and it could be divers that don't have any business in our territory. That's the range of foreign underwater activity we're looking into." The incident happened as tensions began to rise between Russia and the Nordic and Baltic countries because of Moscow's political involvement in Ukraine. This unexpected sighting set off Sweden's largest mobilization of naval forces since the Cold War, as over 200 troops hunted the intruder. The experts could not locate any unknown vessels. However, they released sonar footage of subsea tracks left by what appeared to be a mini-submarine. After the thorough search, which lasted over a week and included helicopters, ships, and minesweepers, Swedish authorities could not determine the vessel's nationality or origin, saying the presumed intruder had swam away into open waters. Russia vehemently denied their involvement in secret operations in Swedish waters. The incident prompted numerous conspiracy theories all over Sweden. In this relatively neutral country, memories of the Cold War still torment plenty of older citizens. News programs speculated that Russians were testing the espionage capabilities of the rumored Project 10831, a deep-diving submarine powered by nuclear energy. Some citizens came forward to authorities after spotting a mysterious man waiting near a craft on Stockholm's coast, which they believed was a spy sent from Moscow. This incident resembled another episode from 1981, when Swedish authorities discovered a Soviet submarine off the south coast of Sweden. Authorities captured the vessel and held it captive for over 10 days, as they believed weapons were on board. This move prevented the Soviets from rescuing their crew. Iran replica. In 2014, intelligence analysts noticed Iran was undertaking a strange task: a non-functional replica of the American USS Nimitz, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. The model vessel appeared to be about 650 feet long and 160 feet wide. Meanwhile, the real USS Nimitz is over 980 feet long and 245 feet wide. The ship, complete with fake model aircraft and the number 68 spray-painted near the bow, appeared at the Gachin shipyard in the Persian Gulf. American officials described that the mock-up model was most likely empty on the inside and posed no real threat. However, its true purpose was unknown. The U.S. Fifth Fleet operating in the Persian Gulf dubbed the ship Target Barge. At first, American officials publicly stated that they believed the ship would have been used to test Iranian Khalij-Fars missiles or as part of a propaganda campaign. However, the Iranian media rebutted the theories and reported that the boat was part of a set being built for a movie. In July 2020, the model was repaired and refurbished with a new angled flight deck, an island, and deck markings. Because of rising tensions between the US and Tehran, it was then moved to the Strait of Hormuz, a body of water between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. This time, it's believed that the imitation aircraft carrier will be used for target practice exercises and will eventually be blown up or sunk. Pattern in Chinese desert. In 2011, a mysterious set of Google Earth images prompted wild speculation all over the internet. The photos show a series of mysterious, massive patterns on China's western Kumtag Desert. The photos' intricate and unidentified shapes include miles-long reflective strips, blocks of silver squares, concentric circles, and a grid of tangled white lines. It looks like a city layout without any buildings. Close-ups of the site revealed signs of debris and suggest the remains of a silo explosion or an area used for aerial target practice. Also found nearby was a neat targeting grid of burnt-out vehicles. Speculation about their origin or purpose were varied, ranging from weapon targets to mock-up maps of large US cities for a potential attack. Some even believed they were messages from extraterrestrials. According to Jonathan Hill, a research technician and mission planner at the Mars Space Flight Facility at Arizona State University, the intricate grids of zigzagging white lines seen in the two images are actually spy satellite calibration targets. Satellite cameras focus on the grids and use them to orient themselves in space. They measure approximately 0.65 miles wide by 1.15 miles long. The structures, although they appear to be silver in color, are also not made of metal. As Jonathan Hill noted to NBC News, quote, "They have gaps in them where they cross little natural drainage channels, and the lines themselves are not perfectly filled in, with lots of little streaks and uneven coverage. I think it's safe to say these are some kind of paint." Since the initial reports in 2011 when these structures became popular, Google Earth aficionados have taken it upon themselves to find more of these strange structures in China. One of them appears to be a weapons testing zone. Another photo of a giant grid looks like a Yagi antenna array. These instruments and odd structures like this can be used for many different operations, such as weather tracking and high-altitude atmospheric research. Hill also noted that these structures are relatively close to each other. Quote, "I think we're seeing some sort of military zone or test range, which explains the large amount of equipment and technology in an otherwise remote area. Sometimes the truth can be just as interesting, if not more so, than the conspiracies that people come up with." Norwegian glowing spiral. On December 9, 2009, Norwegian citizens awoke in the early morning to a bizarre and gigantic glowing spiral. The light, which lasted for about 10 minutes, could be seen across Norway's 3 northernmost counties. It was photographed by Jan Peter Jørgensen. According to citizen Nick Barbary, the light, quote, "consisted initially of a green beam of light, similar in color to the aurora with a mysterious rotating spiral at one end. This spiral then got bigger and bigger until it turned into a huge halo in the sky, with the green beam extending down to Earth. According to press reports, this could be seen all over northern Norway, and must therefore have been very high up in the atmosphere to be seen hundreds of kilometers apart." This strange anomaly panicked Norwegian residents, who flooded the emergency phone lines. Barbary also commented, quote, "We're used to seeing lots of auroras here in Norway, but this was different." Some suggested that it could have been a unique, never-before-seen Northern Lights variant. Another theory said it was linked to high-energy experiments being tested at the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland. Meanwhile, UFO enthusiasts theorized that the anomaly had been the opening of an extraterrestrial wormhole. However, days later, the Russian Defense Military stated that the light show resulted from a failed Bulava missile test. According to an official spokesman, the first stages of the test had gone smoothly, but there was a technical malfunction at the third step of the missile's trajectory. The missile's third stage nozzle, which directs the rocket's exhaust plume, probably fell off or was punctured, which caused the missile's exhaust to come out from the side. The Bulava missile was designed to carry up to 10 hypersonic, 150-kiloton nuclear warheads. It was intended to be Russia's next-generation submarine-launched ICBM. Still, the program had been trouble-plagued, failing in 6 of 13 previous tests. The missile program was completed in 2013. Russian defense analyst Pavel Felgenhauer stated that, quote, "Such lights and clouds appear from time to time when a missile fails in the upper layers of the atmosphere and have been reported before. At least this failed test made some nice fireworks for the Norwegians."